Jackie Appiah, who is one of Ghana's, if not Ghana's, leading actresses. So I'm just going to be interviewing her as an amazing top achiever to see how she's been able to do what she does and thrive. So my very first question to you is, when did you decide you wanted to be an actress?
I guess when I was a kid. As a child, I used to watch Barney. I was probably like 8, 9, or 7. Between 7 to 9, I can't really remember. But I remember I used to watch Barney back in the days, Sesame Street and stuff like that. And then after the program, they would put a 1-800 number below the screen and ask if you want to be part of the audience, you should call. So back then I was living in Canada with my mom. So I told my mom that I wanted to be part of the studio audience as young as I was. And we called the number and we found out it was being filmed all the way in New York, but I was living in Toronto, Canada, which it wasn't going to be easy for me to do the back and forth. So as at that time, I knew I wanted to act. So I used to take part in the school plays, school dramas. Yeah, so ever since I was a kid, probably like 7, 8.
That's amazing that from that little age you were able to decide this is what I want to do, and you've been able to succeed. So that leads me on to the next question, which is, who is your biggest inspiration, which allows you to essentially do what you do, or gives you the drive to do what you do?
My biggest inspiration would be God, my mother, my son, my friends. Waking up every day to see what I do touches people, inspires me to work harder. When I go out there and someone tells me, I watched this movie and it changed my life, it helped me one way or the other, it touches me, and I know that people are looking up to me, keeps me on my toes, makes me want to do my best, be on my best behavior. My son watches me and tells me, how he talks about some of my movies, and my mother, ever since I was a child, she used to encourage me, I don't want to let her down, I don't want to let my son down, and I do not want to let my fans down because they're all looking up to me. So these people are my biggest inspiration.
I mean, your impact is definitely felt by millions across the world. I, growing up, was impacted by you and watched your films, so I definitely
have
agree.
Millions of people I can't let down.
Yes, definitely not.
You're all my inspiration.
Yes, that's great to hear. So then that leads me on to the next question now is, as you've been in the film industry for some time, how have you seen it change? And also, how have you adapted to that change? Has it gotten easier? Has it gotten harder?
Back in the days, I used to film a lot in Nigeria. I used to travel all the way to Lagos, Asaba. I toured the whole of Nigeria filming there. I had to stay there for months filming. Our group, we were quite fortunate because that's the movie industry had picked up then, So a lot of people made money. Sometimes producers would pay you like 10 jobs in advance, 20. And there's some of the movies I couldn't even do. There were so many movies to be shot, and sometimes you can't even shoot, or you have to refund some of the money back to the producers, and Ghana too was also filming, but when you cross boundaries, when you cross the borders of Ghana, you're going to be paid higher. So we're being paid in dollars back in Nigeria, and it was fun. Right now, I have a lot of things I'm doing alongside the acting, so sometimes I really don't get the time to act as much, but I do as much as possible. I'm an actress, I was an actress. Try and do as much movies as I used to do. Now I was in Nigeria about 2 months ago and I filmed like 6 movies, and I still had scripts coming at me, and I just had to run away because producers wanted me to film before coming back. Once you enter Nigeria, like, Jackie, you don't arrive. Are you free between this and this date? I don't know how it happened. It just happens like magic, those that we came to meet in the industry, some of them made mistakes.
Yes.
And growing up looking at them, I didn't want to make some of the mistakes they did. So some of us corrected those mistakes, make sure we not follow that path that some of them went. Yes, so we made sure we corrected our mistakes, corrected the mistakes that so we didn't want to repeat the mistakes, you know. Yes, and then we had people who were my mentor, people who were mentors advising us, you know. So
yes, I think having a mentor is very important, and you know, being able to look at people in the past and move on from what they did and see, okay, let me not.
I didn't want to be somebody, because sometimes growing up as a kid, I'll look at somebody I used to watch so much and adore, and the person wouldn't have anything and probably be begging for funds. I'm like, this is somebody I used to watch as a child, you know, and to see that the person did not make use of his money, people took advantage of him. I did not want to go down that path, you know, so I corrected and made sure I did not do what they did, you know, and not only me, most of my colleagues also.
And I mean, just hearing you sounds like you're in demand. I know you've still got people wanting you to act. That's amazing. That's a testament to your skill and your talent. So that's amazing to hear. So then the next question I have is, moving on from your career, where do you see it going now?
Everything is in the hands of God, but God helps those who help themselves. So of course, I have other businesses that I run. You know, I do it private. I don't like to bring it out, you know, but the things I'm working on, I went back to school, finished school, graduated a few months back. I intend to continue, still go back to school, you know. You never know what the future holds for us, but we're always trying to take it a step higher, you know. So yeah, we're working on so many things, you know. Like they say, work in silence and make success make the noise.
Yes.
You know? So
I'm going to get onto that question a bit later. We're going to hold on to that for now. So then the next question is, was there a hardship that you ever had to face, and how did you overcome that?
Hardship. You know, when you say hardship, what do you mean?
Just any challenges, say whether that's in life or in your career or just even in your businesses or anything like that, something that really made you think, how am I going to handle this, and you were able to?
Well, growing up, I had a son. I was working, you know, juggling between taking care of my little boy, going to set. It was a bit hard, you know. Yeah. Sometimes I'll take him on set. I remember I just given birth, and then that's when we were shooting Mommy's Daughter Beyonce, and I was breastfeeding, and sometimes I would see milk coming out of my breast, and oh my god, I had to go and change, you know. But I had nanny. Sometimes the nanny would stop, and then I have to do everything myself. You know, my son was troublesome. We'd be running around the whole set, you know, having to deal with him, having to deal with my movie, having to travel out of the country, having to let him know, understand that mommy has to go and work, you know. But my son has been very understanding and lovely boy. Yeah.
That's great to hear. And I mean, just hearing you talk about him, he really seems to be like such an inspiration. So it's amazing to hear. And again, it sounds like you're such an amazing, hard-working woman. Just after having a child, you're already back on set. That's incredible. So then, again, talking about your career, do you have any upcoming projects that you can maybe give us insight into? I saw on your Instagram you were on a set with Magic Michael, so anything you could maybe
spill? Yeah, there's so many movies coming up. I just shot a film called Taste of Sin. It's a Christian film, a very, very good film, so watch out for that. Myself, Majid Michelle, Kasim Sinari, Rosie Giza, Ghana, many more. We're all in, and yes, special person in this film I do not want to reveal right now, but he's a big person in this country, and he was phenomenal. He's been my papa all these years, my dad all these years, and you will see when the time comes. It's a great film, great Christian film, and I can't wait for everyone to watch it. We have other films that are on YouTube right now. Sometimes you shoot so many films and you can't remember the title. I wanted to give you some of the titles.
I saw there was a recent one, the Red Carpet.
Red Carpet, exactly.
Yes.
Red Carpet was phenomenal. It was a very big film. Sold out all the halls, you know. People loved it. We're about to start touring the whole country, other countries as well. So watch out for Red Carpet. Yeah, we're coming to a country near you soon.
If you come to the UK, I will definitely be there.
Yes, you will love it. And every star in Ghana is in that film. So this is the time where actors got to tell their story themselves. So watch out for Red Carpet.
My eyes will be open. My eyes will be peeled. Okay, so then the next question I have is, so this is actually very recent. I recently seen that you built this amazing mansion that we are currently sat in. And on the news there were a lot of people congratulating me, saying, wow, 10 years in the making, this place is amazing. But there were also some people who were kind of questioning how you got the funds for this. So how do you overcome the negativity, the haters, the people that will talk down?
It's quite unfortunate that we come from a country where we don't like to applaud success. Where I work in Nigeria, everybody is uplifting others, but back home in Ghana, we don't like to uplift, we don't like to applaud when they do well. This edifice you're seeing today was not built overnight. This took me 12 years. I bought this land about 12 years ago, you know, and that is, I was young, had made so much from filming in Nigeria, and then one producer spoke to me and said, and my manager, well, no, my producer spoke to me and said, like, what are you doing with all the money you're making? And as of that time, he even said that I had spent so much, you know, and then that was a wake-up call. I'm like, okay, let me make use of what I have, and let me work harder for the ones I've lost in the past. So I remember I was there, I was in Nigeria, and the manager told me, this is land because I've heard about what you want to get it. I'm like, okay, why not? Bought it. There are other properties I bought around as well. The money was signed. I was signed on to Glow, you know. Glow came into the country and paid us huge sums of money. It always has to be somebody from outside paying huge sums of money. Anyway, well, Nigeria came into the country and paid a lot of artists money. I remember every artist, about 90% of the artists use their money to buy properties. And what they did with their properties, some rented it, some of them lived in it, you know. So if you're seeing this today, of course I didn't film the process of when I bought the land, you know, but then sometimes we come around this, we'll come and film around. I remember we were filming next door. Then this wasn't clean, but the structure was there. It wasn't plastered. And then someone said, Lika, I'll just check this house. And it was like, wow, that's your house here. I'm like, yes, but it wasn't painted. It wasn't that. That was like 7-8 years ago, you know. But when I started, I just felt, let me take my time and do this, you know. Started using my money to acquire property, doing other things, doing other businesses, you know. During COVID, the lockdown, I decided, you know what, I was watching YouTube, you know, when we're all bored at home and there was nothing to do. I was glued on Netflix watching TV. I was watching YouTube, and then I was watching houses or MTV Cribs or AV Homes, and I was seeing this lovely house, and I'm like, wow, this is so nice. And I'm like, oh, you have a property at your Jackie, well, why don't you go and complete it, you know? Since you can't travel, no more shopping for you, use that money, go and finish up the house, you know? And I had fun doing it, you know. I was living with my mother. I've lived with my mother all these years, you know. So as a child, I never paid rent. When I work, I don't have to pay rent. I just put my money down, put it in the bank, you know, and I'm a good saver. I save a lot. So I'm like, okay, why not? Well, let me finish this house, you know, and then voila. I'm someone who loves interior decor, so I love interior decor. So I had someone style the house, do the interior decor and everything. To video the house for a personal archive. So the videographer saw, because it's been done over some time now, and
because I mean the whole of Ghana is talking about this house.
And she did this video some months back.
Okay,
wow. She did this video some months back.
Yes, I saw the video and I was just like, this house is incredible. This is Amazing. And I mean, I can really tell you love interior
The way
design.
you guys
even
are
though-
shocked. I'm even shocked when I sit in the house myself, looking at what I have been able to achieve. I sit here and I'm like, God, thank you so much for making me do this. I learned. I had to discipline myself to be able to do this. I had to stop. I'm someone who loves shopping. I had to sacrifice. I had to stop shopping, stop doing what I love to do. I love to travel. I had to stop all of that and put it into this place. And that's why you guys see this beautiful place today, you know. So it wasn't easy at all. I had to make a lot of sacrifice and discipline.
Well, I mean, it's, again, definitely paid off. It's amazing. Okay, so thank you so much for answering all the previous questions that you have. I have one more burning question to ask you, which is, if you could go back in time and meet your 16-year-old self, or maybe yourself before you just started your career, what would you say to her?
16-year Jackie. Guess that would be like my son. I regret my mistakes that I made growing up. We all make mistakes, it's normal. You fall, you get up. You know, I'm happy with that for the taking me so far. It's been good. But I will just correct the mistakes obviously. And I guess that's it. I'm very proud of it, yeah. But I'm so happy with the path it's taking me. One of the greatest challenges as a teenager was my mom making me move from Canada to Ghana, which was going to get, it was a life-changing experience, which I did not know as at that time. I felt my mom hated me, because she made me come to Ghana thinking I was coming on vacation, only for me to find out that she wasn't bringing me back to Canada. After 2-3 months, I asked, okay, when am I going back? And my sister's like, you're not going anywhere, you're here. And I'm like, what? They hid my passport and everything. They hid my passport. So I had to adapt to the situation as of that time, you know. It was quite hard, but I had to really adapt to it. And I studied, I joined the drama group, you know, like taking part in street plays, started doing what I love, you know. And I'm very happy with how God has taken me so far. Yeah.
That's amazing to hear. I think that's actually something my parents kind of told me would happen to me as well. It didn't happen, but it's amazing to see that you managed to take that and to turn it into this amazing career and just become this amazing role model for so many Ghanaians and people around the world. So thank you for that. I want to thank you for letting me interview you. This has been amazing. Thank you for listening. My name is Blessing Yakubu and this is my interview with Jackie Appiah.